Guys, welcome to the Pimp My Shack DIY series. So today I am in Torah's shack and I'm gonna do two DIYs, one of which is a bedside pedestal and then followed by a headboard. We're trying to create a matchy-matchy situation. So in a bit, I'm gonna take you guys through everything that you'll need for the first DIY, which is the bedside pedestal. So for this DIY, you'll need two planters. You'll need a color of your choice, or you can actually just leave it the way it is if you love the color of your planter. Then you will need pink primer because pink primer is the primer for wood to use. Then paint brushes. I've got two different sizes, some masking tape, and I'll tell you why. A glue gun, obviously with a glue stick, and then sticks like shit for that reinforcement. So let's get into it. So first up, we're gonna clear your table and just make sure we put on something like a plastic cover. Normally you can actually find like drop sheets in Megabuild. This is just to make sure that when you are DIYing, you are not staining your furniture whilst you're at it. So I'm gonna start with my planters. So the first thing you wanna do is to flip the one and obviously clean all the surfaces, is because we are going to attach these two babies together. And then you want to place this one on top of the other one. So ideally I'm going to put some stick like shit in the center because it will take a while to dry, but for that immediate bonding I'm going to put some glue with a glue gun on here so that it stays in place. So let's just do that. So I think I'm going to do the stick like shit first. Right down the middle. Okay, come on, work with me. There you go. Okay, did this thing just broke? This thing broke. This thing just broke. Okay, now it's successfully broken. Okay, so my silicone gun broke on me, but like in the spirit of DIY, things are guaranteed to go wrong. So I just pretty much cut the top off with this baby right here. So I will just scoop out the stuff. The sad part is I will need to make sure that I use most of this stick like shit today. So I'm gonna DIY away to make sure that this doesn't go to waste. But sure, all is not lost. All right, so I'm putting on a generous amount of sticks like shit because I wanna make sure that this just never comes off. Like, you would need to be very intentional about removing this. All right, I think this is about enough. All right, let's put that away. And then, so I've plugged in my glue gun. Okay, so let me continue with something else. So while that is warming up, what we will do is we will start priming this baby. Now, normally if you get like this little piece of wood, you can put like wood fillers in here if you want to have it like a little bit more smooth. I like the rustic feel of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put primer on this just to protect the wood so it doesn't expand and contract with the weather conditions. So these two guys stay here whilst that is drying. And the cool thing about stick like shit actually is when you allow it to air dry, it attaches better. So maybe it is a blessing in disguise. Ah, there we go. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But now, because you were taking your time, let me just continue with this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime this baby right here. So, you know, you want to make sure to use your left hand. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Do not use your left hand. You can use the left or the right. It doesn't matter. So just make sure you put on like an even amount. I'm just gonna prime it at the top side. See, that's the beauty about having like a drop sheet or a plastic around. It's almost like you can really just work your paint, work your way. You don't have to worry about the mess or anything. So I put on a really thin layer because I want to paint over this quickly as well, so you don't have to like exaggerate. Boom shakalaka. Glue gun, yes. All right, right about the edges. So with glue guns is that most of the time you have to press the glue stick behind it. There we go. So you just press it and that way it will come out nicely. So I'm putting it on the edge and it's actually pretty clean. So if you mess a little bit on the side, like it's not a train smash because the stuff comes off quite easily. So I'm gonna do that, a nice generous amount. Now the magic is making sure you put this on exactly on top of each other. Like it should match beautifully. Okay, okay. You can put on some weight if you need to, but you can see it's almost, whoo, there we go. So I'm gonna let that dry nicely and let these two do the most. So don't worry about the mess. This stuff comes off quite easily. So whilst the two are drying successfully, we will place this on top. So now I still want to use the stick like shit on top here because we must reinforce this baby. I will leave a little bit of space for the, what you might call it, for the glue gun. So I'm just putting that on. And I'm using the clear stick like shit. There's also a white one, so ideally, if your DIY is like a whiteboard or your color is gonna be much lighter, you can use the white stick like shit. Boom, shakalaka. So the primer is almost dry, not really dry, but I will hold on to the side that is kind of dry. You wanna grab that and just be sure to place it evenly on top. All right, just making sure that move it in place so it's just evenly covered. There we go. All right, just press down. Hold one, and then you just press down. Just press it down. Then what I'm gonna do, so I'll just clean that up a little bit. Right. I'm just gonna mask off the area that I'm gonna paint a different color. So this entire base, I'm going to make it like a charcoal gray. Reason for that is I don't want the little black detail that's on there because I don't have that kind of texture on the headboard that I'm going to create, which is supposed to be a set with this guy. So I will give them the same color. The only thing is the texture will be a little bit visible, but the idea is for it to look like they belong together. So I'll paint the base dark gray or charcoal gray, and I'll paint the top also charcoal gray, and then I will give the base like a blush pink color. It's gonna look absolutely amazing because the look and feel for Torah's shack is like shades of pink. We wanted it to be very soft, so you'll see a lot of grays and pink, shades of pinks, different shades of what you might call it, black, matte black, and night black as well. So it doesn't need to be perfect, because that's the beauty about DIYs. It's just, I'm just putting this on. If you want to make sure that the spaces are even, you can always use a measuring tape and a pencil and draw that out. But for me, I'm just gonna freehand this one because I just want a little bit of that detail at the bottom, so not too much. All right. Blush pink. Blush. Okay. The last piece. Boom. Right. So I'm just gonna move this in place, and I'm gonna get my paint color. Just before you paint, just give your paint a little bit of a good shake, and then there we go. Yes! Look at this color, so pretty. Love it. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. So I'm just gonna move this guy in place a little bit. And then I'm gonna use my baby brush to give this a bit of color. So, oh man, it is the beauty for me. I think the cool thing about masking this off is that at least where the masking tape is, I get to retain a little bit of this texture, because then the top part is where I'll put the charcoal gray. So all is not lost with this amazing planter's texture. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's pink, but it's not pink. Eh? Man, Torah's gonna love this. Look at that. So I'm gonna keep working on this baby right here, and you guys will get to see how the final product is gonna look like in the reveal, because I don't wanna show y'all too much. Y'all got the basics, so get DIYing and be sure to look out for the reveal of this beautiful bedside pedestal.